moms and dads, boys and girls, and children of all ages. Once again, from around the world, across the nation, up your alley, and down the block, we present to you the diva of blogging delights, Ms. Jean Ann Duckworth.
Welcome to My Simple Joy Life. As Mr. D told you, I'm Jean Ann Duckworth, coming to you from our Simple Joy Cottage in beautiful Old Town Orange, California. Let the show begin. Advent is a time when we prepare ourselves for the coming of Jesus. Sometimes we use calendars, sometimes we use candles, but I've shown you this week how to make an Advent wreath. And we're talking about different things you can do with your family every evening as you light the candles on the Advent wreath and you share passages of Scripture and discuss them with your children. The candle the first week was the shepherd's candle, and we talked about how Jesus changed the status of the shepherds, allowing them to come and visit him since he was born in a manger. Last week we did the prophecy candle, or not last week, yesterday we did the prophecy candle. That's the candle for week 2. We talked about the prophecy given to Mary and Joseph in the temple from Anna and Simeon. The candle this week is the king's candle, and we're going to talk about 3 different sets of kings. The first set are the Magi who came to visit Jesus. They're the we 3 kings of Orient are who brought the 3 gifts to the baby Jesus. It's interesting how these 3 very esteemed men in their society came and bowed down before the small infant and brought him gifts. This was just unheard of, especially a baby born in a stable. Rather remarkable. They were willing to pay him homage and recognize the kind of power that he had. But there was another king who lived in Jesus' time who not only didn't recognize his power, he was afraid of it. And he was afraid of it to the point where he wanted to destroy this baby. That would be King Herod. Now, when you read the Bible, sometimes it gets confusing because there seem to be an awful lot of King Herods, and there are. This is the original King Herod, not the same King Herod that you read about in the Easter story. But this King Herod was just as bad. This King Herod ruled over Judea. Even though the Romans were the ones in power, there was still a Jewish king that was in charge of the area, and that was King Herod. King Herod held on to his power just by his little fingertips, and he was afraid of losing it. Well, when someone lives in that kind of fear, they're usually willing to do whatever it takes to retain their power. And Herod was. Herod's, prophets, soothsayers, whatever, came to him and gave him a prophecy about this baby that would be born, who would be King of Kings. Well, instead of being thrilled, Herod didn't like this, and Herod wanted the child destroyed. When the wise men came and asked him about a child who had been born in his kingdom, Herod said he didn't know anything about the baby, but for them to go ahead and find him, and when they did, they should return to him and tell him all about the baby so he could go and pay him honor as well. What he really wanted to do was to go and kill the baby. Fortunately, the kings were warned about Herod's plan, and they took another route home. Unfortunately, this made Herod very angry, and to get revenge, to try and kill the baby, Herod put out an order that all males in his country, 2 years and younger, would be put to death. Fortunately, an angel came to Joseph and warned him about this plan, and Mary and Joseph and the baby fled to Egypt, where they hid in safety. This wasn't the first time that Mary and Joseph had warnings from angels or had been visited by angels. But it was interesting that it happened this time, and because of it, Jesus was spared, even though lots of innocents were slaughtered. Jesus is only a baby, and yet King Herod already fears his power. That's all for today. Be sure to join me next time. I'm Jean Ann Duckworth, living my simple joy life at our Simple Joy Cottage in Old Town Orange, California. Have a great day.
Thank you for joining us, folks, in our little broadcasting endeavor. This podcast was recorded in our international studios located in Orange, California, and what we affectionately call the living room. Join us next time as we once again change the world for the better with simple joy.